Once upon a time, there was an unwritten law that you get to 30 and you start slowing down. Not for this man,
Yes.
Bill. Maxie, great to see you. Congratulations again. What's been an amazing season. What are you, 33 now?
34 this year, but yeah, still 33.
And flying.
All
What is-
Australian, best and fairest,
Eight-time All-Australian.
and still captain.
How are you going at 30?
I was sacked. Oh, sorry, I retired.
Okay.
I
What did you get
retired.
to? What age?
About 30.
I called it
I'm
then.
30.
Okay.
Easy said, you're done, fat. I said, come on, easy. I can't run. I can't train. But the money was good. So how do you feel? How do you feel, Slapsy?
No, good.
Yeah.
We're in the midst of our off-season program. So times changed a little bit now where your off-season is actually your hardest running block.
Really?
Your pre-season is now more about football. So football's come out day one and pre-season's basically football training. So all that hard running that you guys used to do for months, that's
Yes.
what we do now. So these are tough days. Like this morning, I was running around Albert Park, ended up doing just under 15K, a little bit of footy.
Really?
Efforts running. It's just this October.
Around that track there.
Yeah, and then the ovals on the sides with some sprints. It's just October's hard. It really is hard.
With someone?
Yeah, Melksham this morning and Harry Petty returned from Europe. So I was glad to get him off jet lag because I looked a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly.
But October's seriously hard. You actually get to pre-season. You're like, oh,
Wow, thank God for
get
that.
to kick some footies.
What
now.
about your knees and that? Because I see you ran in the Melbourne Marathon.
Yeah, just the small distance, but I was
10K.
still
that's-
out there.
No, well done. You had a crack. How are the knees? Do you have to worry about them anymore?
I've got a theory. I didn't
Yeah.
lead you into this, but I've got a theory that
What's your theory?
the more road running and the more kilometres you do, the more resilient you become. So road running's technically one of the worst things you can put your body
Exactly.
through. But I've really upped that in the last sort of 3 or 4 years of my off seasons. I do a lot of long runs and do a lot of extra kilometres. And my body, touch wood, is right now at its best. It's been for a long time.
Because they all say run on the grass, run
Yeah.
around the oval, all that.
Yeah,
but
no-
you're on the roads.
The ones that don't ever leave the grass, they break down every second week.
Righto.
Jack, I'm really taking this segment. Jack Trengrove, former teammate of mine, randomly ran a 2-hour 30 marathon. Crazy. Come top 20 in Melbourne Marathon.
yeah.
He had a navicular his whole time playing footy, bad feet all the time. Was always one of those guys who's stuck on grass. Now he runs marathons on concrete,
And he's,
and he's fine.
like Zaka.
There's something in this.
There is something in
There's
this.
something in this.
Yeah.
Well
Run
done.
on concrete.
You're
Yeah.
a thinker.
Yeah, thank you.
Gotcha.
That's the same as running on Marvel. That's concrete.
Well,
And that made nobody better. You were looking terrific, though. The full Lululemon kit
Yeah.
in the marathon.
I did look good. Yeah,
Really,
Lulu-
no,
did
looked
look
really good.
Lululemon looked after me. It was a nice little
Here we go.
purple tinge. To be fair, it's my first ever fun run I've done. And I really got soaked into the atmosphere. 50,000 people all stuck at 7 a.m. down there at Rod Laver Arena ready to start running.
Domain
Everyone's
Road.
happy. You know people up at 7 a.m. on a Sunday. They're not great people, but they're happy.
You know what?
They're
I
all
love?
happy.
The supporters that have got all the drums and
Yeah.
The
cowbells
signs.
and signs.
Marathons
Unbelievable.
Marathons are great. The entertainment it brings.
No, they're not. I'm trying to get down Domain Road to have a coffee. Bloody people everywhere.
That's when I was in the Hurt Locker, actually.
Yeah, down
Because you go up the hill.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you turn to go back onto St Kilda Road, and you just, that was tough.
44 minutes.
Yeah, there was,
That's good going still.
Bloody oath.
10 Ks, 4-minute Ks.
I ran with my high performance boss, Selwyn Griffiths. I had a spare spot, so I said if he wanted to run it with me, so he did, and we sort of took off really quickly. And then he goes, "All right, hold on there, big fella. You've got some bigger goals to come in the next couple of months. You don't need to be sending it
Held
for a
you
10
back.
kilometre." So I sort of the last 5 kilometres, I sort of enjoyed the moment a little bit.
Oh, good work.
Because you were fresh off a jaunt to New Zealand where you went cycling.
Yeah, that's
On your Gant bike?
What has happened to
Or your
off
giant.
seasons?
Yeah, I
Giant
know.
bike.
Once upon a time, it was Vegas and ripped the lid off, and
Smoking and drinking.
Yeah, which is still technically there, but
that was sometimes pre-season for matches with you.
that's the thing. I train really hard in October, so I can do that in pre-season. But
Gaspers
no,
on
New
Punt
Zealand.
Road.
It was basically a junket. We rode some bikes for 2 or 3 days,
What
and then
kind of bike?
a giant.
Yeah.
What did you call it Gant?
Yeah, I did.
That's the clothing brand, Bill.
The
Which
I
is
and the
not
A is close
Lululemon.
together.
Oh, one little
Would you like to
eye.
buy a vowel?
One vowel.
Yeah, it's a common mistake. No, it's not common. Sorry. And then we a few other boys came over for the weekend in New Zealand, so it ended up being a little mini footy trip. And then I've still got a little trip to come. I go to New York for 2 weeks at the start of November.
With whom? The family?
That, funny enough, is with Lululemon.
Oh. Jeez, I tell you, and you've been to Dubai, so you're going to Dubai,
Yeah, I'm going.
Fat. You're on a big.
Did you go on the Arabian safari, please? I want to know about these.
I did not, just because it was 40 degrees when we were there. I would recommend it, though. I've done it previously before.
Right, yeah.
What does that entail for
You
anyone
go
that
on
doesn't know?
the quad bikes.
Yep.
Then you go on a camel.
Yep.
And then you have. There's a weight limit, so we've just got to pass that. And then you have dinner, just a table set up, and you have a beautiful barbecue dinner at night when the sun, what's the sunset?
Yeah, it's very highly recommended. You didn't sell it the best way possible, but it is a beautiful experience.
And you can smoke a
shisha.
shisha.
A shisha.
Shisha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you? Oh,
I've had a
'cause
shisha
you
before,
love the
but
old.
obviously a long time before I was a footballer. Yes.
Have you got a thought on people who go on cruises? Because this is where Bill's got to in his life. Got the lovely partner, and they're going away. He's now worldly. Went to Singapore for a Grand Prix.
Yeah,
Now he's going to the Greek Isles. He's
You said
adventuring.
it's
He's about to live his best life, isn't he?
Yeah.
You said it's an old person's thing.
I would say anyone under 60 doing cruises.
Yeah,
Are you under 60?
nearly.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
Nearly.
Well under.
Nearly. That's when you know
How
you're
old
old,
am
when
I?
you don't know.
You've
Hey,
lost
it's for
count.
the young ones. Don't
Yeah.
worry about that. To get out and about and have a
No,
bit of a
the
walk
cruise
around.
isn't
And,
it? It's not it.
Oh, bullshit.
It's not
You're
it.
so maxi.
Are you on one of the big boats or like a
No,
yacht?
no, smaller one.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's it's sailing the Greek Islands.
Yes,
That's a
yeah.
little bit different to one of those big boys. that-
Nude.
yeah. Sorry?
That's
yeah. on the boat.
You'll be nude the whole time.
Well, no.
Is it just the two of you?
No, there'll be a whole heap of us. We'll all be
all right. Well, that's that. Don't go anywhere. Footy.
No.
We need to
Let's
straighten
talk
up.
some
Okay.
footy.
Yeah, we need to.
Oh, we're going to
There's
talk
nothing-
about Petrarch.
There's nothing going on in that.
And Clary.
We can just
I'm
breeze straight past footy if you want.
No, no, no. We're
Bill's
going
nude.
to. So have I.
Yuck.
Yes.
With Max Gawn next on the rush hour.
Actually,
Yes.
I love that you come in, even for what's it been now, a year and a half that I
Front
was
up.
doing some radio with you in the mornings, and your club hasn't been in the best spot, but it feels like now you're on the way out. How have you seen your little trade period and what's to come?
I'm yet to get a text message from Will, your producer, after there's no news. Like, he only gets me in when there's fresh news to be spoken about.
In his defence, that's been most weeks.
That's been every week.
Yeah, there hasn't been a dull week.
So track's gone.
Track's gone, yes. To North. Did you see that he was at North Melbourne this morning training with the North Melbourne boys? I don't know what that was, but he was out there this morning.
Does he know
There's
where he
some
got
news
traded
breaking for
to? So you're at the Gold Coast.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he went up north, but no, track's gone. And Paul Guerra and Tim Lamb both said from the get-go that Track's the star, which he is, and we would have loved to keep him. But if we were able to get a pretty good deal, which 3 first-round picks,
Correct.
is a Jeremy Cameron, Charlie Curnow-esque type deal, including 2 under 10. It's a really good deal for both parties.
But it must be hard for you. You're good mates with Clary. You're good mates with Petrarch. You've been through a lot together. Very close with them. Did you try and get them to stay? What kind of chat do you have with them?
I think you just got to be sort of got to grow up a little bit in the world of footy, that it's not a forever thing. We had this group of players that have been together for a long time.
Yep.
And externally, like, other clubs didn't have that. So it's like, geez, we're quite the minority that we have so many people that have stuck together for a long time. And it was always going to come to an end. And we've had premiership players that have moved on, Luke Jackson, James Harms, James Jordan, these sort of guys. And we're still very close to them. I'm still very close with Harms. He still talked to Luke Jackson most days, said he's coming to Melbourne. No, he didn't. Obviously not.
You said that.
You
No,
put
I
a photo
didn't say
up
that.
at the Brownlow too
Yeah.
with Luke Jackson, and then
Yeah.
Brodie Grundy wrote jealous.
Yeah, I had, imagine the 3 of us all in one team. We
Well,
couldn't
they
get-
wouldn't get a
They'd both
go.
be playing VFL.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be still number 1, Slapsy. Yes.
So
He laughs about that.
it's where we are with
because it's true.
It's where we are with footy. So Clayton is probably the definition of wanting a fresh start. Like, if you looked at Clayton Oliver, and I'm as close to him as anyone, you go, geez, a fresh start would be nice to him. I didn't think about it when it first got pitched to me, and then you sit there for a while and you go, you know what, a fresh start would be pretty good for Claz. So that I'm really excited for, and I hope we win it, but I hope Clary's sitting there Brownlow medal night for Brownlow around his neck, and he changes his luck around as much as that. I'll be his number 1 supporter.
Yeah, good. And the same with Christian.
Same with Track. The question was flavoured around Clayton, but yeah, same with Track. Gold Coast a chance to win the next 10, so I don't have as much love for track at the moment.
Are you captain again? Has that all been ticked off, or does it go to a vote again with the players?
That's one of the funny misconceptions of or perceptions or conceptions, one of the two. I'm happy with either.
Perception.
Yeah, whatever.
Perception.
We wouldn't have pulled you up.
Yeah, someone will on this network at some point, but is you just walk into captaincy the next year, but you got to reapply every single year. It's kind of like you get voted in every single year. So that'll happen around January. There'll be a whole new voting system, obviously a new coach, new CEO, new president that'll all be involved in that. So I'd love to do it. It's a privilege to have the job. Middle of the year, I was sort of thinking like, geez, I'd love to hand this off. I'd love to enjoy my last couple of years just sitting in the back row like a few of my veteran teammates. But then you go, nah, this is a privilege to have this honour. And if I get outvoted or if I get told to move it on, would love to hand it on and get a 23-year-old in there because it is a young man's job. But also, I love it.
Yeah,
it's one of my passions to be able to lead young boys into becoming men and to play some footy. So it's fun.
Good to have Jack Steele there too. That'll help.
We have a few former captains actually. Jack Steele and then Jack Viney's a former captain, and Stephen May's a former captain. So we got 3 former captains to sort of lean on.
Maisie's still there?
Maisie's still there. Yep.
Yeah, he wasn't happy.
I think that might be a media blow up.
Do you think it
I
might
mean,
be?
to be fair, I'm sure there would have been some sort of disagreement from him when he got told to look for his options. But the conversations I've had with Maisie, he was actually really proud of how the club approached it, and he went looking, and it will be back day one, ready to take whoever this young guy who was going to take his spot. Good luck to that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You would have had things to do with Jack Steele across the journey. Did you speak to him when it was floated that he might be coming and then saying he wanted to stay at the Saints? Because that came about pretty quickly late.
It was that was within 24 hours. I got told to give him a ring, and we had
you got on the phone?
Yeah, we had a good little half an hour chat, but I think the job was done, to be honest.
What was your pitch?
Well, I think the presentation.
You stand there, mate. I'll hit it to you.
Well, first of all, I had to go in because he's got a $2,000 fine for stomach punching me off the ball.
Dog.
So I had to talk to him about that first.
Jack?
Yeah, Jack did.
Wow.
I was the target player every time I played Saints. Alan Richardson, and now he's my boss. He didn't like me.
Yeah.
No, it was already done. The presentation from Kingy, Richo, and Tim Lamb had Steely sold.
Good. Did I see you sharing advice with Toby Conway down there in Geelong? The injury-prone Toby?
How's this one come across your desk?
I just did.
Okay.
Toby told him
Is
by
it
the
true?
sounds of it.
I caught up with Toby at the start of this year in Melbourne,
Yeah.
not down Geelong, but
Yeah.
I see a very similar sort of career journey. Injured a lot early on. There was, this sounds quite arrogant, but there was a lot of hype around me, and there is a lot of hype around
Down
Toby Conway.
Yep.
So I just shared him some insights into how I got back from my knees. Knees are so different to what he's going through. He's going through a stretch fracture of every part of his body.
Did you say to him, just run on the road, you dickhead?
Yeah.
To be fair, this is what actually, at the start of this year, I said, so what's helped me in my later years is I make sure when I'm sore, I push through it when I train, and then he's gone out and got another stressy. I'm like, that could have been me. I apologise.
Maxie.
I apologise.
Come on, Maxie.
No, but big things for Toby Conway.
Good. Yeah, bloody. Well done. Thank you.
You're a very good man. The Culture
man.
Code,
Yes.
the book.
Yep.
What'd you get out of that?
The Culture Code is, I love leadership, and it was a bit of what I'm talking about, this captaincy. It's all about how groups interact with each other and what's the best way possible. And football can learn a lot off other industries in this space. And there's strong leaders that don't get anything out of their business. Then there's leaders that delegate and they get so much out. So it's all about how I can work with my team the best way possible. And I'll keep reading. Anyone got any ideas or any thoughts on books? I'm about to go to New York with no kids, so I'm going to be doing some reading.
The Moon's a Balloon.
What's that one about?
David Niven. That's the only book I know. And To Kill a Mockingbird. So they're the only two I know.
And Specky McGee.
I've read one book of that. There was about 7 of them we put out.
Anyway, we'll stop that one there. Hey, thanks for everything.
don't
As we
talk
said, north of 30, but flying, and you come in, you
Yes.
front up, you give us your best, so we appreciate everything you do for us and Triple M, but you're a star. We love you.
Thank you. Are we taking naming rights off JB? I don't think I've had an interview with him.
Yes.
He's
Might
rarely in
have
here.
to,
And
actually.
Rabsy hadn't been here either, by
He's
the way.
rarely in here, JB.
No, I know.
Maybe you should pick up the phone and have a chat to him.
Rush hour with Billy.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you like the sound of that?
No, yeah.
And
No,
Days.
I'll piss off then. Thanks, mate.
The captain of the D's, Max Gawn. If we don't chat to you before, then enjoy New York, mate.
Thank you.